Hello everyone, how are you today? Stay home, keep safe. Hope you are all ready for your English class. Let's quickly review the last class.
Please check your answer. What glitters like colored stones? Vowels. About what does Neruda say, I bow to them? Words. What are vowels compared to? Vowels are compared to colored stone, silver fish, foam, thread, metal, and dew. There is only a slight difference between autobiography and a memoir. An autobiography is the story of a person's life written by that person. A memoir is a collection of memories written by the person themselves. Memoirs is Neruda's life story as well as a fine narration of Latin American history. It is a self exploration of an enigmatic personality who shares his passion for poetry and politics. Perhaps I didn't live just in myself. Perhaps I lived the lives of others, says Neruda in the preface to Memoirs. He self materializes as a poet when it encompasses and assimilates the many lives he met during the course of his life. The section entitled The Word is a great pain to poetry. Neruda relishes words, savors them, and fondles them in an attempt at harnessing their poetic potentials and emotions in diverse permutations, eliciting rapture. One sees a man drunk with poetry, reveling in its intoxication. The whole passage is rendered in italics and stands out like a poem. Neruda hates wars and its destruction. He contributed his articles and poems to journals, adopting the pen name Pablo Neruda, which was chosen in honor of the Czech poet Jan Neruda. He loves words so much. Neruda says he bowed to words. He compares words to healing stone called agate. Agate, one of the oldest healing stones on earth, used as a protective stone. Vowels are compared to colored stones, silver fish, foam, thread, metal, and dew. According to him, words have a crystalline texture, vibrant, ivory, vegetable, oily, like fruit, like algae, like agate, like olives. Sometimes he gulped them, mashed them, garnished them, or let them go.
All of you got it? Now we will go on to the text. He leaves the words in his poem like stalactites.
Stalactites. Stalactites are tapering structures hanging like icicles from the roof of a cave formed of calcium salts deposited by dripping water. Stalactites in thousands of shades. Neruda says that he uses words in his poems like stalactites. A stalactite may appear as one thing to one viewer, but as another thing to another viewer. So are the words in the poems of Neruda.
വേർഡ്സിനെ സ്റ്റാലക്ടൈറ്റ്സ് ചുണ്ണാമ്പുകല്ല് പോലെയാണ് കവി തന്റെ കവിതയിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. ഹി യൂസ് ദ വേർഡ്സ് ലൈക്ക് സ്ലിവേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് പോളിഷ്ഡ് വുഡ്. സ്ലിവേഴ്സ് മീൻസ് എ സ്മോൾ തിൻ പീസ് ഓഫ് സംതിങ്. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, എ സ്ലിവർ ഓഫ് ചീസ്. He used the words like slivers of polished wood, like coils, picking from the shipwreck. Shipwreck means remains of a ship that has wrecked. Gift from the waves. He used many similes to compare words. One word shifted its place or because another settled down like a spoiled little thing. A word is like spoiled little thing, a mischievous child that sits where it wants. We can see the personification in this line. Everything exists in the words. An idea undergoes a complete change according to Neruda by shifting the place of a word or placing a word in the middle of a phrase. ഒരു വാക്ക് മാറ്റുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ആശയം തന്നെ മാറിപ്പോകുന്നു എന്നാണ് കവി പറയുന്നത്. Words have shadow, transparency, weighty feathers, hair, and everything they gathered from so much rolling down the river, from so much wandering from country to country, from being rooted so low. വേർഡ്സിനെ ഷാഡോ, ട്രാൻസ്പെറൻസി, വെയ്റ്റി ഫെതേഴ്സ്, ഹെയർ ഇതൊക്കെ കിട്ടിയത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? വെള്ളത്തിൽ കൂടി തിരിഞ്ഞു മറിഞ്ഞ് നടന്നതുകൊണ്ടും പല കൺട്രീസിലൂടെ കറങ്ങി നടന്നതുകൊണ്ടും കുറേ കാലം റൂട്ട് വേരായിരുന്നതുകൊണ്ടും ശേഖരിച്ചതാണ്. They are very ancient and very new. We can see birds live in the bear. Bear means marble frame on which a coffin or corpse is placed before being carried to the funeral. ശവമഞ്ചം വയ്ക്കുന്ന മേശയിലും ബേർഡ്സിനെ നമുക്ക് കാണാം. Sometimes birds hidden away or sometimes we can see it in the budding flower. Neruda described it as a fine language. His language is a fine language inherited from the fierce conquistadors. Conquistadors means a conqueror, one of the Spanish conquerors of Mexico and Peru. They strode over the Jain Cordillera. Strode means cross. They cross over the Jain Cordillera. Cordilleras, a chain of mountains used in Spanish. Cordilleras means a chain of mountains used in Spanish. The conquistadors cross over Cordilleras, the rugged Americas. Rugged means uneven rocky areas of two Americas, South America, North America. They hunting for potatoes, sausages, a food item in the cylindrical length of minced meat, sold raw to be grilled before eating. They hunting for potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold, corns, fried eggs with a voracious appetite. Voracious means wanting to eat too much. Greedy. Appetite, a natural desire to satisfy a body need for food. Conquistadors, potatoes, sausages, beans, black tobacco, gold, corn, fried eggs എന്നിവ ആർത്തിയോടെ തിന്നാൻ വേണ്ടി മൗണ്ടൻസും അമേരിക്കാസും കടന്ന് അന്വേഷിച്ച് എത്തിയതാണ്. They not found in the world since then. They swallowed up everything. Religions, pyramids, tribes, idolatries. Idolatries means the worship of idols. Vigraharadhana. Conquistadors ruined the tradition, just like the ones they brought along in their huge sacks. Wherever they went, they razed the land. Raze means completely destroyed. Conquistadors പോയിടത്തെല്ലാം അവിടുത്തെ ഭൂമിയെ നശിപ്പിച്ചു. But words fell like pebbles. Pebbles means small stones. Words fell like pebbles out of the boots of the barbarians. Barbarians means uncivilized people. പക്ഷേ അവരുടെ ബൂട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് വേർഡ്സ് ചെറിയ കല്ലുകളെ പോലെ അവിടെയെല്ലാം വീണു. Words fell out of their beards, their helmets, and their horseshoes. Words fell from the conquistadors' boots, beards, helmets, and horseshoes. Luminous words that were left glittering here in our language. Luminous means shining. വീണുപോയ തിളക്കമാർന്ന വാക്കുകൾ നമ്മുടെ ഭാഷയിൽ വീണ് തിളങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. We came up losers. We came up winners. നമുക്ക് എല്ലാം നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിലും നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും വിജയിച്ചവരായി. There is a parallelism in these lines. They carried off the gold and left us the gold. They carried everything off and left us everything. We can also see a paradox in these lines. They left us the words. നമ്മുടെ സ്വർണമെല്ലാം അവർ കൊണ്ടുപോയാലും അവർ വേറെ സ്വർണം നമുക്ക് തന്നിട്ട് പോയി. എല്ലാം കൊണ്ടുപോയെങ്കിലും അവർ നമുക്ക് എല്ലാം തന്നു. They give words to us.
They carried off the gold and left us the gold. The official language of Chile is Spanish. The conquistadors were Spanish conquerors who came to Chile. they began to subdue and colonize the region. They carried off all the riches of Chile to Spain, but they left their language behind. They left us the gold means they left us their language. They carried off the gold means conquistadors took away all the wealth of Chile. To Neruda, words are far better than wealth. They carried the riches off but left the Chileans a rich language. Let me discuss about figure of speech. Figure of speech is a phrase or word that has a meaning other than the literal meaning. It is an intentional deviation from ordinary language chosen to produce a rhetorical effect. Paradox. Paradox is a figure of speech in which a statement appears to contradict itself. Example: they carried everything off and left us everything. We can see a paradox in this line. Personification. Personification is a figure of speech. The attribution of a personal nature or human characteristics to something non-human or the representation of an abstract quality in human form. Giving human qualities to non-living things or ideas. Example: the flowers nodded. Find out the examples of personification from the passage. Did you study about metaphor? I know all of you know it. Metaphor compares two unlike things or ideas. It may provide clarity or identify hidden similarities between two ideas. Find out examples for metaphors from the passage. Next one is very common. Simile. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two things. Similes differ from metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using words such as like, as, or than, while metaphors create an implicit comparison. In our passage, like agate, like olive, like fruit, like algae, list out the examples. Hyperboles. Hyperboles is a figure of speech that uses extreme exaggeration to make a point or show emphasis. Hyperboles are not comparisons like similes and metaphors, but extravagant and even ridiculous overstatements not meant to be taken literally. I have told you 100 times. Everybody knows that. These are the examples of hyperbole.
Now I am going to ask you some questions. Try to answer by yourself.
A chain of mountains in Spanish is termed dash. What was left behind by the conquistadors? How does an idea undergo a complete change according to Neruda? I leave them in poem like stalactites. Explain briefly. List a few similes used by Neruda to compare words. Analyze the poetic quality of the passage. Write as a paragraph. Attempt an essay on the following questions. The word is Neruda's tribute to his uncontrollable passion for poetry. Second one, Neruda's prose is densely poetic and replete with visual images substantiate.
The word is definitely Neruda's tribute to his uncontrollable passion for poetry. To him, words are everything. Do you understand the passage word? It's time to finish. See you again next Monday. Keep safe. Thanks for watching me. Have a nice day.